Just above me is, a signed flag, Rory McIlroy back in 2014. Paddy Wallace, a guy called Niall O'Connor who played rugby as well for Ulster and Connacht. Played over in Jersey as well, and myself and Rory, we were over in New York and Miami and played a bit of golf down at Doral. And obviously he won that back in 2014. So it was a good year, and like I love my golf, and super excited to see who's going to come out on top. Rory's like a huge underdog this year. Nobody's really talking about him. Hasn't been playing particularly well. And it feels like he can string three really good rounds together, but he's always going to have a 75, 76, 77. And I was actually chatting to a guy earlier on. He works for BBC Northern Ireland. He would cover all the golf, and he'd be at Augusta every single year. Obviously not this year with flying and all the COVID stuff ahead. And he was like reading out Rory's stats for like the last 10 times he's been at the Masters, and like there's always been one round of 74 or above, in the last 10 years, which is just absolutely killing him. So but yet he still finishes in the top 10, like, 6 or 7 out of those 10 times. So he'll be thereabouts. I'm looking forward to seeing how the other Irish contingent goes. Shane Lowry, 40 to 1 at the minute. Padraig Harrington, what's he, 150 to 1, something like that. I'm not sure he'll be knocking down the door to win the Masters. But yeah, Cameron Smith for me is somebody who I'm always putting a few quid on. And the only time I didn't put a few quid on him, he won, and that was that last month he won, and his putting stats were like off the chart. He was just ridiculous. Really good short game. You need to be a good putter around Augusta, and he drives the ball pretty well. Also, so yeah, and of course the GOAT Tiger Woods. Is he going to tee it up? Is he not going to tee it up? He might hurt his back again, falling down the stairs like Dustin Johnson did a few years back. Who knows? He might tee it up. Oh God, I just can't wait. I hope Tiger Woods plays. It looks like he's going to tee it up. And my tip to win it would be Cameron Smith. Each way, somebody like Paul Casey. He's what? Paul Casey's 45 to 1. Paul Casey, and somebody like Justin Rose. I know he hasn't played a lot of golf this season, but he's 66 to 1. Again, each way, paying pretty good odds. It's the first 8 places as well on the each way with Ladbrokes. So yeah, well, I obviously watched him at the Open at Royal Portrush when he won, and um, he was probably similar odds, like 40, 50 to 1, maybe even higher for that tournament. Um, he prefers the links, of course he does, but he used to play with a high fade. I can remember being down at Carton House with the Irish boys, and I think he had a house there. I used to practice there a lot. And we used to go down to the driving range and we're hitting a few balls, and Shane was there and we're having a bit of crack and chatting away. And like Shane wasn't a big name back then, like he was just sort of coming on the scene. So like he was just like one of us, like, just one of the lads, just having a bit of crack. And we were like, "Oh, I hit a big high Rory McIlroy draw there," and he says, "Oh, I can't hit a draw." We were like, "What are you talking about? You're a professional golfer, like hit a high draw, like." And he goes, "No, honestly, I can't." We were like, "Oh, go on, try." So like he had a 4-iron or something in his hand, and he tried to hit this high draw, and it just went straight as an arrow. And he's like, "I'm telling you, lads, I can't do it. I play with the fade. I play with the fade." So, like, what was that? 2011, 10, 11, maybe 12. And now he plays with a draw. Like, he draws the ball. Naturally, he draws the ball. He's changed the swing a little bit. We all know around Augusta, there's lots of right to left dog legs. Is it the second par 5, isn't it? It's like the one way hill. And the 13th, obviously, right round the corner as well. Dustin Johnson's able to move the ball both ways also. But yeah, like I fancy Shane to be, knocking around the top 10 for sure, and an each way bet um, possibly could sneak in there. But yeah, it'd be good to see him go well. And yeah, it's a good old good old story back in the day when he couldn't hit a draw, like, and there's me standing at 25 handicapper beside him, like I was hitting these big high draws. fairness, they were only going about 60 yards down the driving range, and his shots were flying over the fence 300 yards away. But yeah, no, it's a good cracker. He's a good lad.